Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. I am going to show you guys an updated version of how to make rice in a pressure cooker, which could be your Instant Pot, or a rice cooker. I'm actually going to make 1 cup in a pressure cooker and 1 cup in a rice cooker and show you guys how to make Spanish rice, Mexican rice, whatever kind of rice you want to call it, because obviously some of you guys get offended when I say Mexican rice, even though this recipe I think comes from Mexico. So let's go ahead and just jump on over to that Mexican/Spanish rice recipe. Okay, right here we have a pressure cooker. This is the Instant Pot. All I did was hit the saute button on it and it is nice and hot. And over here, regular rice cooker, right? So in order for the inside to get hot, I have to push it down and then start it right here. So it's starting, the inside will get hot. So I'm trying to be more healthy. I'm going to be using extra virgin olive oil for this video. You can use canola oil. We're going to go ahead and coat just the inside a little bit. We just need a little bit of oil. You guys can see. Now we have a regular long grained rice. Let me just focus so you guys can see the grain. This is the grain. It's just the cheap regular rice that you can get at the local grocery store. Regular long grain. You can use other rices for this recipe, but this one is the best for Spanish rice. Now we're going to do 1 cup into this oil right here. And no, I am not rinsing the rice. I know that upsets a lot of people. The reason I'm not rinsing the rice is because the rice has like a starch flour coating on it. And I need that in order for each individual piece to be separated and not stick together. So we're gonna let this go ahead and brown up into the oil. We're gonna jump over to the rice cooker. This is the rice cooker. Whoops. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing. But on this, the rice cooker won't cook unless the lid is closed. And then we're gonna put 1 cup of long grained rice. Now on this one, what I will need to do is I will need to stir it up first. Coat every bit of these of the rice here in the oil. Make sure that you make it a nice even coat and then close it so it will start browning. We're going to leave this alone for a second. Now we're going to go here and we're going to continue stirring this. Now this is completely optional. This is half an onion and a small tomato, completely optional. My tomato was about to go bad, so I figured I would just throw it in here. So I'm going to split this. So it's going to be like 1/4 of an onion and a tomato in here, and then 1/4 in the other as well. So I feel like all of the oil absorbs, so I'm just going to add a little bit more to help that brown better. Let that sit. We're going to bounce over here to the rice cooker. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to stir it up. I'm going to add the 1/4 onion, 1/4 tomato in this mixture. I'm going to stir this up and then do a nice even flat coat so it will start browning. Now you might see little pieces like this. Let me focus the camera. You might see little pieces of pasta in some Spanish rice. And what they do is they put Fideo in it. This is completely optional. So let me show you. Completely optional. So I just put barely any in there. And we're gonna fry that pasta as well. You guys saw I just sprinkled in a little bit. What this does, it just gives it a better, it doesn't change the flavor. It just makes it look more fancy. So we're frying this up, right? We're mixing it in the oil. What we want is a nice even brown coat. And you guys can see if I pull it up close to you, how each individual kernel is becoming like, it's not opaque. A lot of times you get a kernel, let me get a raw kernel for you guys to see. So a raw kernel almost looks a little bit opaque, like you can see through it a little bit. And here you can see that it turns like very deep white where you cannot see through it, and you can see through it here. And that is what we're trying to go for. That is what we're trying to achieve here. Everything's going to be individual, separated, and very, very bright, like deep white. And then after it turns deep white, it will start to brown. So let's bounce on over to the rice cooker. In a rice cooker, this takes a little bit longer. You can see they've been in about the same time. And if I get close to you guys can see some pieces are clear and some pieces are becoming white. So this takes a little bit longer here because I don't have that saute option. So we're just gonna stir it, flatten it out, and come back to the pressure cooker. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see it really, really good. So you can already see some pieces turning brown. Let me push it together so you can see. You see how some pieces are starting to brown? And that's what we're going for. We wanted a little bit more brown, but you have to constantly stir the bottom of it. Constantly stir it so that those pieces don't stick to the, like right here, so they don't stick and burn. So what you will do is you will empty this into like a container with a quart of water and just mix it into that. And it will make like so much tomato sauce for you. And you get all the nutritional value. So this, whatever brand, obviously this is Great Value by Walmart. Just let me go ahead and focus so you guys can see. You see it's browned in a lot of areas. You cannot see through it. So this is the part that gets fun. So we have 1 cup of rice, right? So we will measure out 1 cup of the sauce. And this is what the sauce looks like once you've mixed it up. So 1 to 1. We're gonna stir this up in here, just like this. Now, because I had a little bit of vegetables, I'm only gonna do maybe a little bit more sauce. We're gonna stir this up. Okay, so this is Knorr. This is chicken, this is tomato bouillon with chicken flavor. If you don't have this one, I'm gonna use the tomato for this one. If you don't have this, you can also use the regular Knorr bouillon, chicken flavor bouillon. There's other companies that make these as well. If you don't have these, I'll show you on the next, on the rice cooker, how to make the ingredients yourself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the tomato one, and I'm gonna take a heaping tablespoon. This is very, very heaping. And we're gonna sprinkle this in here, just like that. We're gonna mix it around. Now, if you want it to have more of a Latin flair, as far as like more of an enriched flavor, you can sprinkle in a little bit of ground cumin. Completely optional. You guys see just a little bit. A little bit will go a long way. So you want to make sure that the rice is nice and coated. And I'm actually going to put just a pinch more liquid because it's been boiling while I've been talking to you guys. Just a pinch more. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. And now we're gonna stick the lid on. Now I'm gonna come over here and we're just gonna hit the right setting. And please make sure that the top vent is locked and sealed. Rice setting, and we're going to start. So we just push it and it starts automatically. Okay, so we're gonna focus now on the rice cooker. So like I was telling you guys, this one takes much longer. Is it browning up? Let's see. So it is getting browned, but really, really slowly. The reason that we're browning it is so that everything doesn't stick together. So this does need a brown. You can obviously brown it like this. It's gonna take longer, or you could just stick it in the oven. What I'm gonna do to make this quicker is I'm gonna remove this pot right here, and I'm gonna pop it on my oven, on my stovetop real quick. I'm gonna take you guys with me and show you how to do this quicker using the same pot. And we're gonna brown it really quick. Make sure to wear a glove, have a kitchen mat or a towel or something to hold it. You can hear how it's already starting to brown. You can hear it sizzling much, much quicker if you do it this way. In my last video, I had used one of these, but when I read the ingredients on this is mostly just dye, because when I read the ingredients, it has monosodium glutamate, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, spices, spice extract, and color. That's it. So it's just like, this is a rip-off. This is a rip-off. It just makes your rice look red, and we're not going to use that in this video. Okay, now I'm going to turn the heat down on this one, and we're going to pour in the ingredients. Nice and brown. See how you can see the Fideo right here? How it turned really brown. That's the pasta and all the different colors. Okay, so I'm going to turn the heat off now because it's nice and brown. I'm going to do 1 cup, and see, look how much tomato sauce that made. That's a whole quart right there. So I'm going to do 1 cup. And because I have the Fideo, I'm going to do 1/4 more right there. We'll make sure that we stir this up. Make sure that every bit of rice has some liquid on it. It's nice and coated. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take some garlic salt. And I don't measure it, guys, so check it out. This is how much I pour. This is how much I pour. So I pour a light coat covering the entire top. That's it, right? You're gonna get some paprika. We're gonna do 1 line down the center, just like that. To give it that Mexican flavor, we're gonna do ground cumin. We're gonna do 1 more line the opposite way, making a cross, because God is going to bless this food. There you go. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stir. You wanna look at it, right? And make sure there is just a little coat of water on top. And so this one doesn't look like it has as much water covering it, does it? Because I think the kernels are peeking out a little bit too much. So I am gonna add 1/4 more. So technically what I'm pouring into this one and the other one is 1.5 cups. And we're gonna stir. So we have our 1.5 cups of tomato sauce to 1 cup of rice. Now, when you look at it, you guys can see, let me zoom you out. You guys can see, now you see more liquid in it. You see, there's a little bit more liquid covering all of this stuff. Grab it and then pop it back. You guys see, be very careful. And let's pop it back in here. We're gonna close it and turn it on. So I just push it down to cook. And when these are done, we will be back to taste it. Okay guys, so the rice cooker just dinged. Now this is a crucial part. You cannot touch it for at least 15 minutes, a minimum of 15 minutes. If you can go 25 minutes, that would actually be better. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that every kernel has absorbed all the moisture, because we don't want any hard kernels. You cannot open it. You cannot look at it. You cannot nothing for a minimum of 15 minutes. So it's been almost 20 minutes. We're going to open it and see what it looks like. Okay, so you know it's cooked when you see all the tomato sauce like rise to the top of it. So you see there's a lot of tomato sauce risen to the top of it, and you see these holes through it, like here and there. You see these holes, knowing all the water has absorbed. Now we can mix it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it. Make sure that you take that tomato sauce that was on top and mix it through really well. And that's what it looks like. Let me go ahead and grab some out so you guys can see close up. So now you can see, this is the tomato. You can see the Fideo and how it's not clumped together. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl and you guys can see. So you guys can see, look, it's not sticky like other rices that you rinse. So that is the reason we don't rinse it. Now you can see all the different texture in it. There's the onion. Onion and tomatoes are obviously completely optional. But you see the pieces of Fideo throughout it. Like that's a piece of Fideo. So we're gonna see if my family likes it, and I'm gonna take you guys with me to see their reaction. Beautiful. Now, while I was plating the rice for my husband and my brother to try, there's only 2 minutes left on the Instapot. So we're just going to wait, because this one I don't have to wait. This one I can do a quick release and we can plate it as well. Okay, so this one is done. Let's go ahead and turn it off and do the quick release. Oh, and there's nothing coming out of it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Be careful with all the steam that comes out of it. So this is what it looks like. You see the holes? Let's go ahead and stir it. Oh. So you know what? On this one, we needed more water. So I'm not gonna stir the bottom. I'm only gonna scrape the top off. Even though this looks amazing and the colors are much more rich, if you look here, it did burn on the bottom. So we did need to do more water in this one. So you can still save the rice as long as you don't scrape the bottom. And if you look, this one looks totally different, actually. This is the one that we did with the Knorr, the chicken tomato Knorr. You can see the colors are so much more vibrant. And just look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate it. I'll be right back. Before I give them the bowls, I wanna show you guys. So it burned pretty darn bad. But believe it or not, because I didn't scrape that bottom, it did not affect the way the rice tastes at all. Okay guys, so I plated both. This one here is from the rice cooker. You can see is a lighter color. You can see the texture. And this one here is from the Instapot, the pressure cooker. Both of them taste amazing, amazing. Let's go ahead and taste them. Already kind of did. So you can see the onion, you can see the texture. This here is the rice cooker. Love it. I love it. This here is the pressure cooker. Okay. The pressure cooker with the tomato chicken Knorr is a lot stronger of a flavor. The other one is really, really good though. But I like the chicken Knorr one better. So I'm going to take you over to my husband, to my brother, and see which one they like. They are from Mexico, so they're used to having Spanish rice. They've had it all their lives. Let's see which one they like better. So we're not confused. The white bowl is the pressure cooker, and this is the rice cooker. So I'm going to give them these bowls and ask them which one they like better. Brother Pancho, he's going to try the first one, which is, show him, this is the white one. Okay. You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Which one do you like better?
The other one.
The white one.
Yes.
But do you like both of them?
Yeah.
But you like the white one better?
Mm-hmm.
Which that was with the tomato Knorr. You know, the chicken bouillon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in the pressure cooker. The other one you like though. You don't like it as much though. Why?
It's more strong.
Oh, you think the black one was more strong?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey, here is Eric. We're obviously in quarantine. That's why he has his Spurs shirt on, and he's going to be trying the first one, the white container. Well, you have to compare it to the other one.
That's good. The same, no?
You think they're the same?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think one is stronger than the other?
Maybe this a little bit more spices. I don't know what you did, but they're both good. I'm just gonna combine them. So I can finish it.
So you like both of them?
Yep, both.
So you guys heard it for yourself. They actually gave it a tie. Eric actually thought the one from the pressure cooker had a little bit more flavor, he said. Pancho said the opposite at first, but then he ate more and more, and he was like, no, they're the same. Both of them are from Mexico. My husband's from Mexico City. My brother, he's from Monterrey. And so they really know their Spanish rice. Their Mexican rice, their Spanish rice. I don't care what you guys call it, because you got offended last time I said Mexican rice. Rice is rice. I don't care. Everybody eats it. But they, two Mexicans, say they like both of them. Eric combined both of them. He thought they were pretty much the same, except that the one from the pressure cooker had a little bit more flavor. I honestly think the pressure cooker gave it a little bit more softer of a kernel. Not saying that they weren't, not saying that they were hard at all. They were both cooked well, but I almost feel like the pressure cooker cooked it a little bit better, even though it burnt the whole bottom portion. So it is 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cups of liquid on the rice cooker, and 1 cup of rice to 1 3/4 of liquid on the pressure cooker. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, a little subscribe button, and the tiny little bell next to it for notifications of new videos. You guys want to see more videos like this? Go ahead and sound off below in the comment section and let me know. Let's just go ahead and jump on over to the quote of the day. Love you all. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.